So in a world that feels, I don't know, just full of pings and notifications, all competing for your attention, does real focus, like deep concentration, even exist anymore?
Yeah.
Can you actually create something meaningful with all this noise?
It's a huge question, isn't it? We're looking at this analysis, this book that says, yes, absolutely, deep work is possible. And not just possible, but it's becoming essential, really vital for success and, well, even satisfaction.
Okay, so our goal here is to pull out the best insights, right? How to actually do this.
Exactly. And the book kicks off with a pretty powerful story, actually, about Carl Jung.
Oh, the psychiatrist.
That's the one. He was under huge pressure, trying to revolutionize his field. And his solution wasn't just like clearing his diary. He literally built a stone tower, a retreat in the woods.
A stone tower?
Yeah.
Seriously, just to work?
Yep. It underlines the commitment, right? He prioritized that space purely for uninterrupted, really intense focus. He actually stepped away from some of his immediate patient work because he felt this deep thinking was that crucial for creating something world-changing.
Okay, so he was doing deep work before we even called it that. What's the actual definition the book uses?
Right. It defines it as professional activities you do in a state of zero distraction, total concentration. And importantly, these activities push your cognitive abilities right to their limit. It's hard mental work.
And the argument is that this kind of work is becoming really rare today.
Very rare, yeah. And there are a few reasons pointed out. Things like open plan offices, the expectation you're always online, always connected.
The constant pressure to be on social media, too.
Exactly. It all feeds this culture of connectivity. And underneath that is something called the principle of least resistance.
Meaning
Meaning it's just easier in the moment to do the shallow stuff, firing off quick emails, scrolling feeds. That feels productive, but it's not deep.
Okay, so it's rare. But here's the twist, I guess. The book argues it's actually becoming more valuable.
Precisely. That's the core argument. Because it's scarce, the ability to do deep work is turning into a kind of superpower, a key currency in our economy.
Why specifically?
Because it fuels two critical skills: learning complex things really quickly and producing work at an elite level. High quality, not just high quantity. The book mentions Jason Ben. He went from being a low-paid consultant to a high-earning developer.
How?
By deliberately training his focus. He'd lock himself away. Just him and the textbooks. Hours of concentration, no digital distractions. That intense focus let him master difficult stuff fast and land a much better job. It wasn't about being busy. It was about focused learning and output.
Right, quality over just frantic activity.
But given it's tough, what are the actionable tips? How do you build this focus muscle?
Okay, so one big one is time blocking or fixed schedule productivity.
Sounds rigid.
It can seem that way. The idea isn't just a to-do list. You schedule every single minute of your workday in advance. Deep work blocks, shallow tasks, breaks, emails, everything gets a slot.
Every minute. What about unexpected stuff? Interruptions? Yeah, you build in buffers. But the main point is creating a sense of scarcity for your time. It forces you to be intentional. You see immediately where time gets wasted. And crucially, you fix an endpoint, like, I stop work at 5:30, period.
Ah, okay. So it creates boundaries, protects your focus time and your personal time.
Exactly. It's about intention, not just rigidity. Then there's the whole social media thing.
Right. The big distraction monster. What's the advice there?
It's pretty direct. Challenge the default assumption that you need to be on it constantly for your career. Try a 30-day detox. Just quit cold turkey. Don't announce it. See what actually happens. Do you miss anything truly vital for your main goals?
A real test.
Yeah. Use these tools like a craftsman. Only if the significant, clear benefits for your core work outweigh the very real downsides of distraction and context switching.
Okay, makes sense. And what about ending the day? That feeling of unfinished work buzzing in your head.
Ah, yes. The shutdown ritual. This is powerful. At the end of your designated workday, quickly review any incomplete tasks or incoming messages. Make a quick plan for when or how you'll tackle them tomorrow. Just jot it down.
Why does that help?
It taps into the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains tend to stay fixated on unfinished things. Planning them signals completion, at least for today. It tells your brain, this is captured, you can let it go now. Frees up mental energy.
Maybe use a trigger phrase.
Yeah, the book suggests something like saying, shut down complete out loud. A clear signal to your mind that work is over, time to rest and disconnect.
So it all comes down to being incredibly deliberate.
Yeah.
Building habits to fight back against that constant pull of shallowness.
That's the core message. In this distracted world, the ability to focus deeply, it's not just a productivity hack. It's framed as the path to creating work that actually matters, work you can be proud of, and finding, well, deeper satisfaction in what you do.
It definitely takes effort, though, pushing against that easy tide of checking things constantly.
No doubt. It requires actively choosing focus over friction-free distraction.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, how we're spending our attention?
Absolutely.
So maybe the biggest thing standing between you and your most important work is just the willingness to disconnect, to push through that initial boredom or restlessness and just get down to it, something to mull over.